Family, I took a lot of L's this year, but if I'm being honest with you, they weren't losses, they were lessons. And today, I want to share with you the biggest L's I took that's going to protect your time, protect your boundaries, and protect your energy. Now, these aren't just tips. Honestly, they're lifelines. What up, nieces and nephews? Welcome back to another day of encouragement. If you're new here, I'm everybody's Uncle Phil. And for the past 2 decades, I've been the go-to person for encouragement, wisdom, and practical steps to help you move forward in life. My mission, well, it's pretty simple. I want you to know that you're worth it, that you matter, and that you have everything it takes to overcome life's challenges. As I always say, winning, it starts here. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and kick this thing off with lesson number 1. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this one changed a whole lot. Say no faster. Every time you say yes to something that's misaligned with your purpose and where you're trying to go in life, you're really saying no to something that actually matters. And if you don't learn to protect your yes, you're gonna lose yourself trying to please everybody. Yep, I said it, you can't please everybody. No doesn't mean that you're rejecting other people. No simply means that you value you and you're protecting self. Oh, you probably never heard somebody say that before. Yes, you have to protect yourself. If you don't protect yourself, you're gonna find yourself saying yes to everything. And then you're missing out on all the things that you wanna do, which leads to this thing called frustration. How many of you have been trying to figure out why you've been frustrated this year? Well, maybe you're saying yes to things that you should be saying no to. See, boundaries aren't walls. They're literally guardrails that are gonna help you to stay in line with your purpose. This hits home with me because I'm notorious for saying yes to everything. Because I wanna see everybody happy, because I wanna see everybody pleased, because I wanna see everybody get it. But what I found out was when I was saying yes to everybody else, I was really saying no to myself. It led me to frustration. It led me to being upset. It led me to not being a happy camper. I ain't trying to live burnt out. I'm not trying to live on fumes. And listen, neither should you. So the truth, saying no faster, listen, it would have helped me just like it's gonna help you. So you gotta say no faster. Look, you're gonna be amazed when you realize what opportunities are able to present themselves to you when you have the time. Just say no. It's gonna be all right. They'll get over it. Now, once you've said no, this is where lesson number 2 comes in. It's about accountability and owning your actions. Lesson number 2, own your mistakes early. It's called personal accountability, y'all. Accountability, yeah, that thing. Why don't nobody want to take accountability anymore? No, I'm being for real. Like, nobody wants to take accountability for their actions. Family, here's the hard truth. Making mistakes don't ruin you, but not admitting them, yeah, that's the thing that'll ruin you. If you make a mistake, just say it, admit it, so we can move on. Please hear me when I say this. We all make mistakes. We all fall short. That's part of the story. That's part of the journey. But here's a good thing. In those mistakes, that's where you grow. That's where you learn. So the quicker you can admit to the mistake, the mess up, the quicker you can grow and get to going. Yup, you gotta grow so you can get to going. Personal accountability isn't about shame. It's really about power. And the quicker you can take responsibility, you can regain and own the power. When you own your mistakes, then you can also own your growth. And you can't fix what you refuse to acknowledge. So you gotta face it. It's gonna be okay. Look, I remember when I first went out into business, I'm gonna be honest, I flopped, I failed, it wasn't good. But I had to acknowledge the mistakes and realize what was going on. What was I doing wrong? That meant for me finding some other people who were doing what I wanted to do so I could figure out what was going on. And once I acknowledged my mistakes, man, ever since then, we've been cooking like Crisco because I was able to grow from what could have held me down and buried me. And you gotta grow too. So you better acknowledge the mistakes because those are the things that are gonna propel you as you grow. See, owning my mistakes, it didn't feel good in the moment, but it gave me clarity, it gave me momentum, and it gave me the blueprint for doing better next time. Side note, there is a difference between personal accountability and self-blame. I'm not asking you to blame yourself for everything going wrong. I'm asking you to really look at what's happening and take accountability for the things that you're responsible for. That's it. Now, check this out. Once you've mastered saying no and you've mastered personal responsibility, there's one more lesson that I learned this year that I think is really going to help you out. Lesson number 3, protect your time. Listen, family, the most precious commodity that you have, that I have, that everybody in this world has is called time. Why do I say that? Because time is literally the only thing you cannot get back. I can get back my mess ups. I can get back my money. I can get back houses and cars and clothes. I can get all that stuff back, but you cannot get your time back. So you better be real cautious with how you spend your time, because when you spend it, it's gone. It just can't be extended. So you better protect your time. We all get the same allotment of time. Every day, we get 24 hours every single day. The question is, where are you spending your time? Where are you making investments, right? Because remember, you can't get this back. So if you're not spending your time wisely, you're wasting it. Oh, you heard that. You're wasting time. I know the pillow feels good, but that's 30 minutes that you could have been doing something. I know just sitting around watching Netflix is cool, but that's an hour that you could have been doing something. Then we wonder why we're frustrated. Maybe you just spending your time wrong. Don't let that marinate for a second for you. Listen, can I share something with you? You don't find time, right? I've heard people say that, oh, I can't find time. I can't find time to X, Y, or Z. You don't find time. Listen, you make time, and you will always make time for the things that are important to you. So if you're not finding time, all you're really saying is it's not important to me. And listen, if that's not important to you, just say so. It's okay. But if it is, then you better make time. See, my wife is important to me. I gotta make time, right? See, my kids are important to me. I gotta make time, right? So understand, like you will always make time for the things that are important to you. If truth be told, so many of us are just out there being busy doing nothing. Busy and productive are two different things. I can be busy and non-productive at the same time. Just because you're active, that doesn't mean you're being productive. You want to be productive, not busy. We got to stop confusing motion with progress. See, time is like money, and you have to make sure that you're investing your time in the things that are going to bring you the best return on investment. If it's not bringing you something back, think long and hard about whether you want to spend your time doing that. Now, I know for me, there was a season, y'all, I was just busy. I was at every meeting. I was at every service. I was at every fill in the blank. I was at them all, y'all, because somebody asked me to show my face, because somebody asked me to be there. But in showing up in all of these things, I was missing out on the things that were important to me. Kids looking at me, giving me the side eye. Wife looking at me, giving me the side eye, because they wanted my time and they needed my time, and I was giving it to something or somebody that honestly didn't even matter. Why? Because I wasn't pouring into the things that really mattered to me. Let me ask you, what are you pouring into? Now, one thing that you can do to help you out, start scheduling your priorities, right? Do this real quick. Right now, I want you to write down the top 3 things that are important in your life. Top 3, 1, 2, and 3, right? Do it. Write them down right now. The top 3 things. For me, it's going to be my faith, it's going to be my family, and it's going to be the thing that we do to produce, right? Life, right? The work, the job, those things like that. Those are the most 3 important things to me. Now let me ask you this. How much time do you spend doing those things? Now, if we're really honest, I probably spend the most time working, right? That's the most time that I spend. The second most time is probably figuring out work, right? If the truth be told, because my family and my faith, they're down the line in comparison to the 24 hours that I have throughout the day. I don't know about y'all, But there's something wrong with that, right? There's something wrong with that because I'm saying my priorities are my faith and my family and then all the other stuff, which should also tell us that I should be spending it. I mean, maybe not the equal amount of time, but I should be at least spending a little bit of time doing those things, right? So here's a quick pro tip for you. Find the thing that we call time wasters, things that are really wasting your time. And just eliminate those things right off the bat. If you can eliminate those things right off the bat, you're going to be surprised how much time you can actually find, how much time you can actually create and make, how much space is really there. Yep, so family, these are the 3 L's that shifted my life this year. And my hope is that these 3 lessons, they'll also do the same for you. Understand your boundaries, take accountability, and then understand what your priorities actually are. Because those 3 lessons, it's the foundation for growth. And it's a foundation that you are going to build success on. But the sad news is they only work if you do. You gotta take action. So let me leave you with this challenge. Just take a moment and ask yourself this. In what areas of my life do I need to set better boundaries? Where do I need to own my mistakes? And where am I wasting time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Now, before you go, family, if this resonated with you at all, well, you officially my people now. Do me a favor, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like little thing that they have going on here, and let me know where this message is reaching you at. And let's keep showing up together, let's keep growing together, and let's keep winning together. Why? Because winning, it starts right here. We'll holler at you in the next one.
It's Philip Edge.
Everybody's UnclePhil, we rise. Empowerment, truth, no disguise. See your worth, it's your time to shine. Hands together, we arise. Everybody's UnclePhil, we rise.